Time to kick off Season 10 Monaco Grand Prix. 5 red lights. And it's lights out and away we go. Can we avoid the heroics? We usually see an ascend of we saw him in Season 8. They now get single file up till 4th. They collide almost. Josh was right in the middle. Little squeeze play from Reese Dainty there. And Lewis Piper 3 wide at turn 1. Usually doesn't work, but somehow they avoid the action and the trouble there. A little bit of trouble further on back because Barney has lost 2 seconds to them. And DeChiller's been spun round. Owens also collected. The 2 ex-teammates have come together, and now up in front of that, Lewis Piper and Reese Dainty side by side at the hairpin. They connect wheels, but they should be okay in the meantime.
Yeah, and Barney has gone off in the in the escape section of Mirbo, and George currently battling with Shanghai through Portier.
Then perfect for him, but we have almost trouble for Josh. He got punted out of the way by Be Good, and now it's Josh and TB side by side here. A little bit of contact, usually not side by side here, but TB down the inside. They touch. Josh somehow will remain ahead though. TB was affected a little bit though, because he had been ghosted by the game.
Shanghai's hanging into the pits.
Yeah. Tadpole was just going wheel to wheel with FRC Knights at turn number 1. That could have ended in danger. We've got Cringe on the back of J&T haunting him up as well. And TTM Barney, yep, lapped in this race. You saw that. Yellow flags up in front. That was maybe the Alfa Romeo. Might have been the Ferrari of Cam. But we now have TB clunking the wall again. Lost the rear right there. And now Cam fighting to get by. Yellow flags. That's the Aston of DeChiller off at turn 1. He comes back on without any damage. And Hunted and Wavy. Collision. Turn number 3 right there. Wavy, the one who's been affected most.
Well, now Wavy, they're now heading into the pits. They have already had a stop.
And around the outside at the hairpin, there was a stack up, but TB is in the wall and almost took advantage. Josh and him are side by side now to Portier. TB. Wow, that is brave. And now side by side, wheel to wheel racing in the tunnel. Josh
who's gonna blink first
for the Nouvelle Chicane. Who's gonna back out? It's Josh. And going wide is Reese Dainty. And off was Be Good too.
I just drifted onto the race curb at the hairpin gates.
Oh, you've got to be fucking joking, bro.
I don't really even think he meant to do that. He just was around the outside. Oh. Yep, side by side.
TB just
Cam
clipped
and
the
him.
wall.
He is having so much trouble, TB is. Not only did he underfuel, but he also is now in a ghosting session with Cam here. TB is coming out ahead of that. And yellow flags further on back. Wavy has broken his front wing. And now TB is the one in trouble. TB has bits of his front wing coming off now too.
Yeah, TB in Nouvelle, he clipped the wall, the inner wall of the Nouvelle Chicane with his right rear wheel. That's why he was slow exiting out of there.
Considering we had a decrease in attendance, there was like 13, 15 maybe here. Oh, 2 Ferrari Academy cars collide. J&T somehow keeps it out of the barriers. But as I was saying about lack of attendance here last season, we saw a good amount of overtakes with that being said, but with a full grid this time and 19 runners left, we still are seeing some moves being made in this race, and TB is the recent one over FRC Knights. Pitting is DeChiller and Knights. Will be single out repair jobs from teams. Cam's out. He hit the wall right before the Nouvelle Chicane. And that was right in front of Josh. We just caught the end of that. His hopes once again in a Ferrari have come dashing down in a race where he gets to prove himself, and that's not the way to do it. Now Barney's crashed.
Yeah, so you're almost out of it. Like 32%.
Oh my god, George as well. The entire Ferrari Academy is almost retired. Oh, he's done it in mirror. What corner is that?
I'm just finding out with all the stuff that happened. I'm like, why is there no safety cars? That should have been a safety car with Cam crashing. I look and I'm like,
oh, Gecko and
little safety
Reese!
car.
They collide out of the chicane. Oh my goodness. And it's the chaos is still not letting down, and Gecko's on the wall.
And Reese almost lost it.
And Gecko pits for that. Surely has to. He's got damage.
They were doing pretty dang good, but we have one DNF'd and one currently out of points right now.
And we now got a race on our hands on the main straight. Cookie with the undercut is going to be in the race lead. He's ahead of Scyther, and he now maintains control of this race with that undercut. A lap earlier, he was in DRS, and now he's got Scyther out of DRS. Yeah, Wavy Knife joins back the session. But we have got a race for the lead on our hands as well as Gecko overtakes Owen. Gecko now has Hunted to get by. Hunted's going to protect. Gecko is side by side with Hunted into the final sector here. Hunted has to back out. Gecko gets the place, and pitting is now TB for a second time in this race. That two-stop will come in handy as Hunted now is part of the penalty club. See if it happens. He could be on for his first Tier 1 podium. He's a winner in FE.
Oh!
And tapped from the lead. Tapped from the lead has been Cookie from Scyther. And they both apologized to each other in the same voice chat immediately. So it's all good between them.
A decent train here that Tadpole just created with the Chiller, Cringe, his teammate, and Owen. And Cringe going around the outside. Oh, wow.
Formula Cringe, this car is terrible, AlphaTauri. It's the second slowest car on the circuit, usually the slowest in this game cycle. Reese Dainty gets by Lewis Piper, and now Cringe pushing Tadpole along, dive down the inside. He's getting tapped. He's through for now, but can he keep the straight speed ahead of Tadpole? Yes, he's got the place. It's all his. Nice little scrap there for P10.
And then muscled his way into Nouvelle Chicane against Tadpole. Jeez, Cringe. My goodness.
And his teammate on loan just got the Chiller, and now the Chiller and Hunted are side by side up to turn 3. Contact and off the wall. The Chiller keeps it. My goodness. And then he hits the wall after that. Owen contacted Rascast. He's ghosted inside of the Alpines, and he's in an Alpine sandwich right now. So Owen is going around the outside at turn 1. This is the second time this has happened. He's maybe going to try a switchback, but he has Hunted there for company. He gets the traction on turn 1, and he's going to make this move stick. Maybe. Can he keep it ahead? Is he clear? Yes, he is.
Wow.
Wow. That was ballsy from the Tier 2 championship leader.
Cookie is
Formula
gonna
Cringe
be
again!
ways ahead now, that's for sure.
Again with a dive bomb. Makes it work there at what is turn number 5. Mirabu. Crash. There's a crash in Sector 1. I think it was Wavy? Yes, it was. And Gecko's got another penalty to his name. Cookie had a race-long battle with Scyther, and then it became his race to lose. And today, he is going to be a part of the illustrious list of one-time Monaco GP winners. No repeats. Cookie wins in Monaco. He adds his name to that list. He wins the Monaco Grand Prix for the first time in his league racing career and RPL career. Scyther comes across the line second place. Owens had trouble. That's for 9th and 10th. But he will lose that on the penalties he had. Scyther comes across second. Good race from him. Now, it's a fight for third place. And Be Good, trying for a first Tier 1 podium, will not get it. He's going to be losing it to penalties. On Reese Dainty will take a 30th podium for Red Bull Racing. Reese Dainty comes home third after that misfortune earlier on. Be Good, a second, fourth place finish. He's going to start to feel a lot like Nico Hulkenberg here soon. Josh, on loan for Aston Martin, will take P5. A good showing from him. And our last two runners, Lewis Piper and Gecko, come across the line. By the way, congrats to AlphaTauri. Double points.
If you would like to check out the final race results, driver standings, constructor standings, and much more, head over to our socials, RPL Formula 1, no spaces. If you would like to check out the upcoming races in the near future, head over to our Twitch. The username is the same. We hope to see you there.